Hey guys, I'm back and I wanted to talk to you about something I've been alluding to in the last few videos I've done about toners. Now some companies have really made their fame talking to you about the steps that are absolutely required for great skin clinique. However, are they required? Is this just propaganda? Let's talk. Okay, so I'm gonna take you back to high school. So I've got my handy dandy elementary ruler to help you pay attention. No, honestly, this is going to help my illustration a great deal. So you remember the pH scale in school? More specifically, if you're of a certain age, you might remember an Ivory commercial where they had shown themselves to have a neutral pH, a pH of 7, and they really touted that as a fantastic thing. You know, they took the little litmus paper, they touched the soap, it turned blue, and they said, well, look how fantastic it is for you. This is a very gentle soap. Gentle, yes, it is a very gentle soap, and I know many people who swear by it. Keep using it if it's working for you. However, I want to explain what pH really means. So the pH scale in school, I've taken my 20-inch ruler and right down the middle, that's going to be the center line. That is the pH of 7. So essentially water that's, you know, filters really clear, it'll have a 7 pH. It's nice and neutral. That's truly the only thing that is neutral. Everything else is going to be varying degrees of acidity or alkalinity. 7 being the middle one, you've got 1 for high acidity, and you've got 14 for high alkalinity or very basic, depending on, you know, the terminology you want to use. So everyone thinks that, well, isn't 7 the ideal? Technically, no. Our skin is actually happily a little acidic. Anywhere between 4.5 to about 5.5 or 6.5. This is typical for human skin, and this is actually beneficial. I'm not going to go into talking about extreme high acidity of the body, because that's a different issue for people who are concerned about alkalizing their body to prevent against disease. I'm not even going to get into that conversation, just talking simply about the skin and what we call the hydrolytic film or the acid mantle. Basically, it's just components of the oils of the skin and the moisture of the skin together. When it's in a good balance, the skin functions well. It feels neither dry and flaky nor oily and sticky. It's a nice combination of both. So, to talk about toners, first we need to talk about what you're doing before you're toning. You are washing your face. And I grabbed a couple cleansers just to show you. Now some of my products, like you've seen them before because I have featured them in other videos, and I just wanted to show you the pH at work. So I keep showing you these little strips of yellow paper because they are pH paper. I got this at my local health section in my grocery store. You can get it pretty much anywhere. Now this one specifically is testing 5.5 to 8, but you can see there's a whole range in colors that happen, and that's basically to help to give you some indicator on where your pH is at. Now you can take these, directly put them on the tongue, or you can do what I'm doing and wipe some product on them to see what the pH is. And this will be a really good example of what's happening. So let me get my cleansers ready, and I just grabbed 2 generic, and actually one of them is like a naturals line. And people always think that, oh, no, natural, that means it's better for you. Some cases, this is absolutely true. So the first one I'm starting with is just a nice gentle cleanser from a natural company. I'm wiping off the excess like they say to do in the instructions, and you'll see that instantly this has changed to like a purple color, which is pretty darn high. When looking at the pH scale, it's actually one of the higher. It's at least an 8 near the top of the line on the pH scale. And if I go to even my favorite cleanser that was made for an oily skin and wipe that down it and wipe the excess off, we're still finding that there's a bit of green in there. So it is around a 6.6, maybe a 6.2. So that's still pretty high. Up on my ruler, we had one that was going over to 8 and then one that's around 6. So they're floating around that, again, that neutral situation when our skin wants to be acidic. So what do? Say my face is washed and I've used water, so it's neutralized everything back to 7. Is that good? Well, it could be if my skin is perfectly healthy and it has the right amount of water from the inside and oil from the surface mixing together. That's going to help to defend against moisture loss, and it's going to keep bacteria and infection and other things at bay. if your skin is somehow stressed, producing too much oil, not enough oil, or if you have any obvious conditions of concern, whether it's acne and large pores and oiliness, whether it's dry and flaking and visibly tight and uncomfortable, your skin is probably not correctly balancing itself after washing your face. So a toner is going to save your life. Well, okay, I retract that statement. It's not going to save your life, it's going to help your skin function better. There you go. Okay, so I grabbed a couple toners just to show you why that is. So again, taking one that I really like, whoa, and spilling it on my pants. And then another one that I really love, and not spilling it on my pants. Now these two, I want you to know something. They haven't changed color. And since this pH is testing, this paper is testing really for acidity, being that it's almost the same or a brighter yellow than what's indicated here, it's showing me that these toners are acidic. In other words, they are pH balanced for my skin. They are not neutral. They're definitely somewhere more towards the middle area. Probably I'm guessing around a 4, 4.5, so that's still very acidic. And that is actually going to snap my skin back to the correct pH. That's what pH balance means when you're looking at a cleanser. Now some cleansers are kind of like this, except they are pH balance in that you don't need to use a toner after. It's already floating around that correct acidity level, and that means good for you. You don't need a toner. You've been doing it the whole time. You didn't even know it. Congratulations. And I do say if your skin does have an excessive condition, whatever it is, toners really help. And a lot of them do other things. A lot of them soothe. Some clear out the pores, some add more moisture, but the whole point is they can be beneficial if you have an underlying skin concern. You can even get some treatment into your toner, though it is kind of the cleansing step. Now, the whole professional company line is that when you use a toner, then your skin is more moist and ready to receive other products, so your serums, your creams, they spread better, and you use less of them. Definitely, if you can get a hold of some pH testing paper, it's kind of a fun experiment. You can go around testing everything in your cabinet, and if you have any questions, anything that was not clear, you can please submit your homework, have it onto my desk before the end of the day, and I will be grading you accordingly. We'll see you soon. Bye.